back to my channel. Alright, so I'm going to be reviewing the Bperfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 Love Tahiti in collaboration with Stacey Marie. So I really love the second one. I haven't really played a lot with the first one, but I really like the second one. So this is what the third one looks like. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it, but it's literally so freaking gorgeous. And I just love how colorful it is. You have like a ton of purples, some reds, some oranges, some browns, your blues and your greens. So I'm quickly going to compare them to the other two. So the first one is just called the Carnival Palette, and you guys have already seen this one. I'm pretty sure it's still available if you guys want to check it out on Beauty Bay. But this is what the palette looks like. And then this is the Carnival XL Pro Palette. So this one again is a lot larger compared to the three. You guys can see that much of space. But yeah, this one has 3 highlighters and then a ton of eyeshadows. So yeah, I'm not really, I never really gravitate a lot towards the highlighters, but I really love the eyeshadows. So this one's a great palette. So when I saw the third one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to pick it up because I love the second one so much. So yeah, again, this is what the third one looks like, and I like how it's like tropical inspired, like it's really pretty. So with this palette came out 5 different highlighters, some glosses, a mirror, and a pair of lashes. So yeah, this Love Tahiti came out with a full collection, so if you guys definitely want to check it out, then make sure to do that. So now that I've shown you guys all of the palettes and the palette that I'm going to be using today, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked videos like these, and turn on your post notifications so that way you guys are always up to date on when I upload. And I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids off camera so that way we can get started with the eyeshadow. So yeah, let me just go ahead and prime my lids and I'll be right back. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and play with the palette today. So whatever color I end up going for, that's what it is. But since I'm wearing a red dress, I did want to do something along the lines of the exact same color scheme. So I'm just making sure that I don't have any creasing on my lids before I go in and apply my first shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take like a small little packer brush, and I really want to take the shade called Chili Pepper, which is like a burgundy shade. I just want to pack it on the like outer corner. It's a pretty shade. I'm going to take like a small blending brush and I'm going to go into the shade called Blaze, which I believe is more of like a red. And I want to avoid my inner corner for right now, so I'm just kind of bringing that just a little bit more in, but not all the way, if that makes sense. For a second, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get this palette just because I was at work when it launched. I believe it was going to launch like at 9 in the morning, and I don't really get to have my phone on me, so I wasn't sure of the time. So I was like, you know what, I really have to use the restroom. So I went, and then as I was looking at my phone, I saw that it was in stock. And I was like, alright, I'm going to buy it. If I struggle with it too much, oh well. Like, I'm just going to like buy it whenever it comes out on Beauty Bay. But I asked Beauty Bay if they were gonna have it and they weren't sure, so I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like, I don't know if Beauty Bay is even gonna get it. I'm gonna go on with a little bit of the shade called Mango, Jubilant Out Blaze. But yeah, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get it. I was like, oh, because it did launch early on Wednesday or Tuesday, I believe. And yeah, I think it was gonna launch on a Tuesday, and I just remember that so many people were like saying that they had struggled so much on the day that it came out. So I know some people were on there for like 4 hours, and I was at work on that day, so I couldn't really just like, you know, be on my phone. So when it released on Friday and I had gone to the restroom, it was like meant to be, because I checked out so swiftly and like so quickly. I was really impressed. I was really glad that they like fixed their system. And so yeah, I ended up buying the palette. So I did buy this, I believe, last Friday, and it did get to me on Thursday. That looks pretty good. I want to take a little bit of the shade called Yellow. Every single shade in this palette just inspires me. Like I used some of the shades yesterday, but since I was going to a wedding, I wanted to do something a little bit more toned down. Yeah, I didn't want to do something like so dramatic, so I ended up completely taking off my makeup. I used the shades called Ginger and Cocoa for my look, but they were a little bit too red of a brown. Like, they're browns, but they're too red. I thought I could do like a glam look with this, but if you're looking for more of a cool tone or like neutral tone brown, this palette I feel like doesn't really have any. At least the shades that I wanted or was gravitating towards, they weren't in the palette. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but I mean, I made it work. So I just took off my makeup and redid it. So yeah, I just ended up using this Violet Voss palette. So for some reason I've just been digging like black in my looks lately, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade called Black Beach, I believe, and I'm just adding it to the outer corner, like the slightest bit. I really just want to add a little bit of black. That shade that I use, I mean that brush that I was using to blend out Blaze, to blend out the black. I don't know if I should use like this acid trip to cut my like lid. I'll see how that works. Let's hope it doesn't mess with my makeup. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of primer spray from, I believe it's Suva Beauty. I'm just adding a little bit more Blaze and chili pepper and just like putting that, like blending it. Yeah. Okay.
Uy, pendejo. Ven. Vale, vámonos. Vámonos. ¿A qué vas a cargar las alas?
No sé.
¿Eh?
No sé. Why?
Hey, vente.
So I'm just going to take a little bit of micellar water. I like doing this just in case I have any fallout. And like also for you guys that can see that like I got like some neon liner. I would just like to make sure that all of that is gone. I haven't really used the fat water from Fenty Beauty like at all. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. Might have done too much, girl. Just adding a little bit of toner serum. Feels like a toner, but it's a toner serum. So just adding that to my face. I'm not done with this side, by the way. I just want to do some skincare while like the paints, the liner's dry. So actually, I have been using this quite a lot. This is the Fenty Beauty Fenty Skin Hydrovisor, and I actually love this sunscreen. Like, it doesn't smell a lot like sunscreen. It's like a very faint like sunscreen smell, but I do use it every single day. So, well, since I've gotten it, so yeah, like I really have been loving this sunscreen. It has like a pineapple, like tropical smell. I don't know what the scent of it is, but it smells really, really nice, and I get to smell it all day because while I'm at work I have to wear a face mask. So yeah. By the way, if you guys ever see me doing this, it's because I have to make sure that my nose ring isn't like looking all crazy. So now that I've got my skin looking all glowy, like, do you guys see that? That's just the sunscreen and the toner serum. So I'm gonna be taking my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I'm pretty sure I keep reaching for this primer because I like it so much, but I have so many other primers. So yeah, I have like a Lancome one that I've been trying to use up, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. So if like within a month I don't reach for it, I might just be getting rid of them because I don't like having products that I know I'm not gonna reach for. It's different with eyeshadow palettes. Ask me if I'll do that with eyeshadow palettes, I won't. But with like skincare and stuff like that, I like to make sure I'm always gravitating towards something that I do like. I want to use the I Am Magic foundation from Juvia's Place because I know that this is so matte. However, this foundation, you guys, is literally too dark for me. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does oxidize like a little bit, so it's a little bit too dark, but I love the coverage of it. I just need to get a lighter shade. So I'm going to be using my Super Stay foundation as well. I'm going to pump a little bit and I'm just going to like mix it in because a dry sponge does nothing. So I'm going to make sure that thing is yeah. So I got to make sure I blend it all the way down my jaw, on my nose, on the sides of my nose, on my forehead, because you guys can see it's like really dark. Me color matching myself at Ulta. So I'm just going to be adding some concealer underneath of my eyes. On the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and forehead. And again, I gotta make sure I'm spritzing this. But yeah, so far I have been like not buying as much makeup as I feel like I normally do. I've been holding off on a lot of things. My most recent purchases has been the Bperfect Cosmetics palette, as well as the Glamlight Donut palette, which I'm also working on a review on. I might film that tomorrow if I have time, but today I really wanted to do the Bperfect one, even though I know a lot of girls already probably have their review up on. But yeah, I definitely do want to film with the Glamlight palette. I was gonna do a collaboration, but I'm not sure if that's still gonna happen with that palette. So yeah. What else have I bought? I am planning to do a haul, but I'm really excited about the P. Louise palette. That one's releasing September 1st. I'm like telling myself like that's the only palette you're gonna get in September, but I don't know. I guess it all just depends on like where I am next month because I do have some things I need to pay off and my life to get together. So yeah, once I figure my situation out, you know, like I definitely need to stop feeling like I need everything and just focus on like other things at the moment. So I am trying my best to tell myself like, you don't need it. We can focus on other things right now. But yeah, I'm super excited with all the makeup that I've been getting. And as you guys know, I'm trying to film as much as I can, especially with like new products. But if there's anything that you guys want to see a review on, I think I'm gonna do something with like fall makeup, and I'm gonna use a palette that came out like last year. So yeah, I've spoken to some of you guys about it. One person that sent me a picture of a palette and I was like, oh, I have that palette. So yeah, I hope I can do that soon. I have to definitely make like a list of videos I want to film, because sometimes I have video ideas and then I never like write them down and focus on them, and like the idea just like completely goes away. So yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I'm blending that contour. Alright, so now it's going to be time to set my under eye. I'm going to be using the Maybelline one. But yeah, out of the Bperfect Cosmetics palettes, let me know which one is your guys' favorite. I'm pretty sure everyone loves the new one. And like as soon as I saw the new one, I was like, yes, I'm going to have to get that because it was so freaking stunning to me. But it's a second one that came out was really pretty, and I love the first one. Like the first one is really cute too, but the first one is a really pretty palette as well. I just feel like once the second one came out, like no one really talked about the first one or used the first one anymore. They were just like, okay, well the second one's here, and the second one like has a lot more shades and was a bit more colorful. So yeah, I don't know if the first one was like obviously it was a fan favorite, because I mean they wouldn't have came out with a second and a third if it wasn't. But I feel like the second one definitely got a lot of more hype than the first one did. But yeah, it's crazy to me how like so many people have been talking about like, we're gonna release our fall palette, and I'm like, oh wait, like yeah, it's already fall. That's nuts to me. Like before we know, it's already gonna be 2021. So I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line now. I do want to use a little bit of the black on the outer corner just because I have some on the top. I feel like it's only suitable to do some on the outer corner. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Black Beach and put it as close as I can to the outer corner without like doing too much. So I'm just going to take whatever powder I have on my lid and just kind of go over all the parts that are baking. So yeah, this foundation is very dark. Again, I wish I knew what shade I had, because I haven't even really been going out much during the summer to like get tan, so it doesn't make sense. And now I can move on to my bronzer. So for my bronzer, I've actually been reaching for my HBT Bronze in Paradise palette, so I'm going to go ahead and contour with that today as well. I'm just going to focus on using the second shade. I'm definitely curious to know if there's ever been anything in your BoxyCharm that is so good that you've actually gone out and like paid full price for it. For me, I definitely have considered purchasing things in the past, but I don't think there's something off the top of my head that I can think of that I've ever purchased yet. But one thing that I've thought of getting was the Pharmacy the melting cleansing balm. That one was so good, and I remember wanting it so bad, but then I remembered I had the DHC one that I purchased off of Ulta, so I was just like, you know what, I'll just use that. And I have a backup already of that one because I like it so much. So for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use my, honestly, how long has it been since I've used this trio from Anastasia Beverly Hills, from the Pool Party trio? I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because I feel like it's been so long since I've used it, and you guys know I just like to swirl like a madman in all of them. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corner. You know what? I think I might use a little bit of Tahiti green in my inner corner because it looks freaking bomb. So I'm going to just take a pencil brush. I think I have like some shimmer in here. I'm going to go in with Tahiti green, which is that beautiful lime green in the palette. I'm just going to be building it up in my inner corner. Okay, so that's what Tahiti green looks like. So now for highlight, I'm going to take my Resi highlight. I'm just going to take this gorgeous thing and apply this to the tops of my cheeks. Alright guys, so for my lip liner, I'm going to go in with the MAC Strip Down Lip Liner. I'm just taking the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade called Birkin Babe. Okay guys, so now that I've added lashes, this look is coming together. I really like it. So this, I don't know if I should apply some, but I'm just going to go ahead and use some lower lash mascara. I'm going to avoid using this one because I'm pretty sure it's causing like there to be smudging under my lower lash line. And I don't know, I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm just going to use some of the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara. Zoom you guys in so you guys can see the eyes. Alright guys, so that's the completed look. I really love this palette. Everything blended out really nicely, packed on super nicely. I could use a little bit of eyeshadow if I wanted to. I could use a lot, and it all blended super seamlessly. It's not patchy. It wasn't like lacking in pigment. It is pigmented. I really like it. Also, there was a little bit of fallout in the pan, so that's just something to keep in mind, but I didn't experience a lot of fallout on my face. And like I said, I always like to do my makeup first, like my eye makeup first, and then go in with my base. But if you're someone that just really doesn't like fallout, that is something to keep in mind. There is a little bit of kickback in the pan. I did see that Amy Loves Makeup on YouTube swatch all of these shades. I know that she did swatches and they were kind of patchy and like streaky, so that's just something to keep in mind. Obviously Bperfect Cosmetics isn't going to put up streaky swatches because no one's going to want to buy that palette. They have to build them up for photos and for customers to want it. But personally, just from using the shadows, and like I said, I've used more shadows. I used some yesterday. I just wasn't a fan of how the look was going to turn out because I wanted something a little bit more neutral. But for today, like, I used the shades and they look really, really nice. So overall, I'm a big fan of this palette. If you guys want more looks with it, definitely let me know. So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye guys.